Hi guys, so today I'm doing a get ready with me. I wanted this to be a little bit more of a chatty get ready with me, a little bit of a conversation, not just me using a bunch of products, although I did want to demonstrate the colored Raine Queen of Hearts palette because I know this has been getting a lot of traction lately online, and so I wanted to just kind of show you guys how it looks. So that's on my eyes right now, and I'm gonna tell you the story about how I sprained my ankle really bad. And so if you're interested in that, just keep watching. This is now second impressions because yesterday when I filmed this, I'm having the worst luck with my lighting and my cameras lately. And it just turned out so whitewashed that you couldn't see anything. It was absolutely terrible. So all of these things that should have been first impressions are now going to be second impressions. Everything will be listed down below. I really want this to be more of a chatty conversation rather than me telling you about everything that I'm putting on. So everything will be in the description bar, but I am going to start with the colored Raine palette. Comes in that packaging. The Queen of Hearts colored Raine palette, I should say. First thing I wanted to talk about is my foot. And a lot of you follow me on Snapchat, and so you know I posted photos I posted snaps the night this happened. And I kind of told you what happened, but not completely. So I have a grade 2 sprain in my ankle, and it basically, okay, I'm gonna parrot back what I've heard about that, and I don't know, I'm not a medical person, so I'm just gonna do my best to tell you, explain it how it was explained to me. So basically you have grade 1, grade 2, grade 3 sprains. Grade 3 would be like you need a cast. Grade 1 is kind of like you fall, you roll your ankle, you ice it, it's good like within a day or two. So I have a grade 2 sprain, which is, it takes a long time for it to heal. It takes a long time for it to start feeling better, being able to use it normally, all that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna tell you what happened. So this is totally all my fault. It's a really dumb way to get your ankle injured. We have two kind of family rooms in our house. One is at the front of the house, one is at the back of the house. The front room, I guess, is what is supposed to be like the formal living room, and the back room is more like a den. So I was in the front room, my husband was in the back room, and there's like a dining room and kitchen in between. And this was after dinner. I was just sitting on the couch and watching, I was on Reddit actually, and I was just browsing through threads and stuff, and I saw this thing called Expect the Unexpected. And it was just a GIF or GIF. And it was these people in a car, and outside the window are these lions walking by, like a male and female lion. And by the title, you should know, like, okay, you need to expect something weird to happen here. But of course, you get distracted by these lions. You're like, something's gonna happen with these lions. So it's filmed from the perspective of the person in the passenger seat. And they turn around, they're looking at the lions with the camera, they turn around to the driver's seat, and there's a woman with a baby, and the baby just pukes everywhere. And oh my gosh, it was so funny. And of course, yeah, expect the unexpected. So I didn't, and that's why it was so funny. So I get up, I have my iPad in my hand, I get up to like go show my husband. And because it's on like one of those loops, you know, like on Instagram when something's on a loop and you have to wait for it to start replaying, you can't just start it over yourself because it was a GIF. Well, anyway, so I'm waiting for it to get to the beginning because I know this is all about timing. I gotta show it to him at the right time. And so I'm looking down at my iPad instead of course, looking at my feet or looking in front of me where I'm walking. And our den is like one step down. So it's a, you know, like a regular size step down into the den. And so as I'm going to take that step, I actually step on one of the dog toys. And I roll my ankle on the dog toy, like I roll on the dog toy into the den, which is the one step down. And like I kind of went flying because it was not expected because I was looking down instead of in front of me, which is really stupid. So I first of all, somebody asked me, somebody at work was like, well, what happened to the iPad? I was like, yeah, I kind of like gently cradled it as I fell. So, you know, even when you're like in the middle of falling and you still have the awareness to protect your electronic devices that are very fragile. Anyway, so I fall, and literally, you guys, this was like the worst pain I've ever experienced in my life. I really thought I broke it. I thought this was like hospital, cast, all that kind of stuff. But my husband, he's a medical professional. He's like a first responder. And he, instead of taking care of me, is like raging because of the dog toys, because he's sick and tired of all these dog toys everywhere and people like almost hurting themselves. And finally it happened. Somebody hurt themselves really, really bad. And look, and get these out of here. Get these effing dog toys. I'm throwing them all out, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, come over here and help me. I'm like, you can deal with the dog toys later. And he's like, oh, this is serious. Okay. So don't worry, I'm not mad. And it wasn't really that bad. It was just kind of like, in retrospect, it was kind of funny. My ankle, and this is what I posted on Snapchat, my ankle, you know, like you have your little ankle? Well, next to it was like the size of a tennis ball in my foot. Like it just ballooned up. Pain level was at the point where, you know, like when something hurts and you're like crying, and then there's a pain level past that where something hurts so bad that you're in shock and you can't even cry because it hurts so much. That's where we were. We were at the point where it was like, I can't even cry because of this. It's like so painful. So anyway, I lied there on the floor for like 25 minutes. He iced it, he was looking at it. He determined we didn't need an ambulance. It wasn't broken. Or like, you know, the ankle was like okay enough to just be at home treated. The whole time I needed to pee so bad. And I was like laying on the floor, I'm like, oh my gosh, now I have to pee on top of this too. It was like really, really bad. He had to like put me in my office chair and roll me across the house to the front where the bathroom was so I could just go to the bathroom. Anyway, so then I come back and I'm just like on the couch icing it all night, and it was pretty serious. So I was supposed to work not the next day but like 2 days later, but I called in the next day and I basically told them, I'm like, I can't come in. Thank God I have a job at home where, like, you know, I work from home, that's my main job, but I have like a retail job also where, you know, it's kind of like a part-time make extra money type thing, and that's what I was calling into. So at least I was able to like work my main job still during all this time. But I thought, yeah, I'll be fine, you know, I just skip this one shift and then I'll be in next week. No, it just became to the point where it was like every time a shift was coming up, I'm like, I still can't work. I still can't work. I was able to like hobble around, but the thing is, I can't wear shoes. Like my shoes don't fit my feet anymore. Well, my one foot. This is why I did my eyes first with this particular palette. I would definitely recommend doing your eyes first because there is quite a bit of fallout, especially with the darker shade, not darker, with the glittery shades. This is a new primer from NARS. It's called the Smooth and Protect Primer. It's got SPF 50. That is the whole entire reason I bought it, because I like getting my SPF in my makeup, because I have not found yet, besides my moisturizer, which I do use every day, I haven't found an actual sunscreen that like won't make my makeup all messed up on my face. So that's why I like to get my sunscreen in my makeup. And when I saw that there was like a primer from NARS with SPF 50 in it, I was like, oh my gosh, I need that. So I like this. It definitely has a little bit of a sunscreen scent to it. You can definitely smell it. It's kind of like a gel silicone hybrid feel on the face, and I really like the way it feels. Yesterday my makeup stayed on all day, so win there. Now also something new I'm trying, which I tried yesterday, is the Estee Lauder Double Wear foundation. This is in the shade 2N1, and I applied it yesterday with a beauty blender, and I really like the way that turned out because I know this is like a very full coverage foundation, and I just wanted it to sheer out a little bit. So I'm gonna do that again. I'm just gonna pour, I don't have a pump yet for this. I'm just gonna pour out a little bit on my hand, and then I'm just gonna apply it with the beauty blender. Okay, so back to the foot thing. So my foot, like if you saw on Snapchat the first night, it wasn't bruised at all. It was just this big lump on my foot. I have not posted to Snapchat what it looks like now. It looks like a dead person's foot. We are currently on day 12. Yeah, today is day 12, and it's just barely starting to get better. So I actually broke my pinky toe, and that's part of the problem because like a broken toe, they don't do anything for that. It just has to heal on its own. Well, like at least a broken pinky toe. It bruised so badly. Like it bruised along the side, it bruised all the toes. It was like purple toe. Like it looked so disgusting. There was no way I was gonna post that Snapchat, but it was like really serious. Now by today, day 12, it's not as bruised, and the swelling is actually finally gone down. Like it took 11 days. Yesterday was the first day where it was actually, the swelling was not as bad. I've been having to wear my husband's shoe because my feet cannot fit in my own shoes. Even my loosest like slip-on running shoes and stuff like that, my feet would not fit in there. So at one point we're going like we're cutting the cord, as people say, with our TV and cable and stuff, where we're going all digital. And so we had to go to Walmart to get a new router. And I kind of had to go. There was a couple things I had to get where I couldn't send him. So I was wearing these boots of his that are like just ginormous. And what is this black thing that I keep getting on my face? And so I was wearing these boots, and I'm walking through Walmart, literally leaning on a cart, dragging my foot behind me. Like I would have been on that website, people in Walmart, the way I looked. But it was not cute. And I literally looked like Frankenstein, like dragging my foot behind me. So the moral of the story is, look where you're going in your house. Make sure the pathways are clear so that you're not falling over dog toys. All right, I'm gonna use the Tarte Shape Tape. I didn't even haul this yet. Tarte had the day after Christmas? Yeah, the day after Christmas. This took a long time to get to me, and that's why I didn't haul it in my after Christmas haul. But they had 25% off, free shipping, and a free gift, which was a mascara for the day after Christmas. And there was no minimum. So I only got this, I got a free mascara, and I got it for 25% off. I was like, oh my gosh, blown away, because you guys know like this concealer is not easy to get your hands on. So I was so excited to finally get this. It's so, I really like it. Like it's living up to the hype for me. I only used it the one time yesterday, but even just like you can see, like it's really covering up my dark circles really, really good. And it lasted all day. It didn't look cakey. So today is a birthday in our family, and we're just gonna be going out for dinner, and that's about it. Later in the month, my son, whose birthday it is, wants to go to Ripley's Aquarium, which is like this huge aquarium in downtown Toronto. And that's like, he doesn't even want a birthday party with his friends, because I had to tell him, I was like, either this or that, because this is going to be expensive enough, because he wants the whole family to go. So, and he was like, that's okay, I don't care, I want to go to the aquarium. He's always been that way. Like his favorite movie his entire life has been Finding Nemo. He's probably watched it 500 times, and he carries a little Nemo around everywhere he goes. So that's what we're gonna do, but tonight we're just going out for dinner. So I'm using the butter bronzer. Like this is literally the only bronzer I've used in like 2 months. Okay, so I wanted to talk about TV, because since I've been on the couch mainly for the last 12 days, I've been watching a lot of Netflix. And I watched The Crown, which it's about the earliest days of Queen Elizabeth. And like not as a child. There are some flashbacks to when she was a child, but I mean like when she first took the crown, or she first became queen. And oh, you guys, it's so good. I didn't watch the Golden Globes, but I heard that it won like for best drama or something. I don't know, I could be wrong, but anyway, it's so good. I don't even know who the actress is. Like, I think she's some British actress, but who I really loved in it is John Lithgow as Winston Churchill. Like, he is amazing as Winston Churchill. And I don't really know a lot about Winston Churchill, but at one point, this is not really a spoiler, it's really not. At one point, the Queen tells Winston Churchill that Prince Philip wants to take flying lessons, and the way he delivers the performance of like incredulity and like he's just blustering, he can't even believe that, you know, somebody in that position would want to take flying lessons, and he just blusters, and it's so funny and like such a good performance. I was just like, wow, John Lithgow, who knew? Like, I've seen him in lots of stuff before. He's, you know, I'm a 90s child, so I was watching Third Rock from the Sun back then, and but he does serious roles like really well. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the movie The World According to Garth. That's one of my absolute favorite books in the world, and the movie's pretty decent, but he plays a transgender male to female in that movie. And this is like back, when was that movie made? Like in the 80s or something. I'm using this Paul and Joe blush, by the way. This is the packaging for it. It's like super cute, and there's like little balls and little cat shaped pieces in here too. He was really good in that movie, and that was like more of a dramatic type role, you know, so he actually does drama really well. And I don't know if you guys ever watched Dexter, but he played one of the killers in one of the seasons of Dexter, like one of the good seasons of Dexter before it became stupid. That show ended so badly. But anyway, when that show was still good, he was one of the best killers on it, and he was amazing. So John Lithgow, man, like that guy deserves credit. He really deserves more like good roles. And then Prince Philip is played by one of the doctors from Doctor Who. Now, I never really got into Doctor Who. I'm not really like a huge science fiction person. I tried watching it, but I don't know, I just couldn't. And what am I doing now? Yeah, I need to do my bottom lash line. Anyway, the Matt Smith is his name. He was one of the more popular doctors, I guess, from what I heard. Only because I listen to the Nerdist podcast do I even know this, but anyway, like I barely know anything about Doctor Who. But anyway, he plays Prince Philip, and he's okay. He does this chagrined look though that I think he overdoes a little bit. It's just always like I'm more, no, I shouldn't have said chagrin, that's not really the right word. No, it's like I'm more clever than you type look. That's what he does, which is kind of like, okay, we get it. You're a prince, you're all suave, all right. But he's all right, he's pretty good in that. And I watched on Netflix the 3rd season of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, which that show is so funny. If you guys have never seen that show before, the characters on that show are so good. I literally just pinched myself because I'm talking to you. Okay, be careful with these things. That show is so good too. I really love that show. So that's what I've been watching. Let me know what you guys have been watching, because I am looking for more stuff to binge. Like I said, we did get rid of our cable, so now it's just all up to the internet for entertainment. Okay, Black Friday, I got this set. It came with the art liner, which is like a liquid liner, which I don't really like that much. And it came with these two. So this is the Sil Booster. This is like a mascara primer. This is what the wand looks like. I actually really like this primer. I think it's really, really good. I've been using this for a long time, but I haven't used this yet. Well, I did yesterday, but I hadn't used this until yesterday. And this is the Grandiose mascara from Lancome. Okay, this is what the packaging looks like. It's so beautiful. Look at this, you guys. Like, you know, sometimes packaging, it's just, it's that little extra thing. I actually want to do a video on just my favorite packaging. Let me know what you guys think about that, because I don't know if that's a stupid idea or a good idea. Like, just packaging that I love. And then I'll let you know if the product is good or not too, of course. But what do you guys think about that idea? So this mascara is just okay. I don't love it. I think it's all right. I actually used it yesterday over the primer, and I think it just got too clumpy. Today, looking at it, it's looking a little bit better than it did over the primer, but I still don't think it's like the best mascara in the world. It's all right. Did I even show you the wand? Here's what the wand looks like. So it's curved. It's got really, really short plastic bristles. I'm gonna use lashes because I'm gonna record another video after this. And it's hard for your eyelashes to show up in videos. I don't know if you guys know that, but it really is. They don't show up the way they do in real life. So, Red Cherry Eyelashes in Demi Wispies. The lash tool I use is this from Sephora. It's called a Boomerang, I believe. And it's all right for applying lashes. Like it does assist in actually helping you get them in the right spot. And I'm using House of Lashes lash glue, which is not my favorite. It's very difficult to get it off at night. Sometimes it really sticks to your lash line and you can't really get it off easily. But the good thing about it is it's very quick drying. And so with Duo lash glue, which is very easy to get off your eyelashes, it takes way longer to get tacky and you have to wait so much longer. A few of you lately have been asking me about tips on eyelashes, and honestly, you know, at some point I might make a video, but for now, I would just refer you to Emily Noel 83, and a few years ago, she made just the most comprehensive eyelash video you could even want. It's so good that I can't even like want to compare it to what she did. That's where I learned all my tips and tricks anyway, so I would just say go watch that video. But one little thing that I would suggest, just from my own experience, is when you apply your lashes, the best way to do it is to only focus on, okay, what I do, this isn't tacky enough yet, but I focus right in the middle of where I'm gonna put it. So I zoom in to right here, and that's where I look when I'm placing it. So I wanna match up the middle of this to there. So, you know, I don't worry about the sides. I only worry about right in the middle. And once I get it in the middle, then I can fix the sides. But if you're worried about the whole entire thing and placing the whole thing, it's not as easy, because I don't know, that's just what I find. I find it way easier to concentrate my efforts right smack dab like there's a bullseye in the middle of my lash line. So I really hope that you guys are okay with the lighting on this one. I'm using my Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk, as always. Seems like, as always, I use this one so much more than anything else. I'm using one of the new Sephora Cream Lip Stains in the shade number 40. So anyway, I am taking steps to improve my lighting. I've ordered some new lighting. I've ordered even a backdrop. Sometimes I think my background is affecting the lighting. And I want to see what it'll be like with like a fancier backdrop. Not that I don't like having, you know, something for you guys to look at in the background, but I'm just trying to figure out this lighting situation. That is it. That is my get ready with me. I hope that you guys actually did get ready with me. I was gonna say that in the beginning, but I forgot. I actually do like to watch get ready with me's while I do my makeup. So I hope that you guys like to do that too, because it's lots of fun. All right, so that's it for today. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and if you guys want to give this video a thumbs up, that really helps me out a lot. So I really appreciate those of you that do that for me. And yeah, leave me any comments you have. That's about it. I feel like, you know, I feel like we had a conversation even though it was just me talking. But so many of you leave me great comments in the comments below that I always feel like we're kind of having a conversation anyway. All right, so that's it for today. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day wherever you are, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.